Jimmy, a defeat this evening. Just firstly, tell me what sort of went wrong for you and your team tonight.
It's fine margins really. I thought the game ebbed and flowed. There were times where we got on top of them. We were a little bit we were a threat on their top line, down the sides and in behind. And there were times where they started to build some momentum and build some pressure. I thought that's how the first half went. And then the fine margin is there's nothing in the game second half. And then I think again I'll have to watch it back, but I think we missed two big tackles, and then the lad has got time and space on the edge of our box to pass it in the corner. And once they went 1-0 up, it was always going to be difficult from there. I mean, the goal 2 pretty much kills the game for us. We huffed and puffed a little bit. We still had a good chance. Dylan Hadley gets through 1-on-1, pretty much just outside the 6-yard box. So we still could have scored and got back in the game and all that. But like I say, once they went 1-0 up, it was always going to be difficult.
And just within that encounter today, obviously, what positives can you take from it? I mean, there's a couple of chances where they're a tough side to break down, but we had a few chances there.
On another day, we could have been ahead. So I think the one got stuck in the mud or whatever. Dylan Hadley in the first half. That goal there, I think, changes the dynamic of the game. I think we go one. It was one of those games. It was, like I say, it was nip and tuck, and the first goal was always going to be crucial. We got into a really good position there, and if that gets tucked away, we go 1-0 up. I think it changes the whole dynamic. So even though we weren't at our best, we got in a couple of times. I can think of 2 for Dylan. There's a couple of headers off the set piece. At that end, another one in the first half that I can think of just off the top of my head. So although it's a frustrating 2-0 home loss, there's still chances being created by us.
And it's only a second defeat in 13 games, so that's some going considering where we were a few months ago. But what sort of changed, and what have you done to the mindsets of the players to keep coming out here? And despite defeat today, you're still battling in that game.
I mean, not a massive amount is different, really. I mean, and again, I sound like a broken record. The changing room was together. It was positive before Christmas, and sometimes you just need the tide to turn a little bit of luck here and there, and then you start building some momentum. And I spoke about momentum a lot at the start of the year. We've built that, and look, I mean, probably again, it was one of those games where new manager comes in, they lose their first game, and they've got a point to prove. The players have obviously got a point to prove for the new manager, especially after their defeat on Saturday. So look, I've just said to the lads in there, we've done really, really well in 2024 in that 13 game period that you just mentioned. We've done really, really well, and it's one of them where we can't let this derail us. We've got to make sure we turn up, a little bit like they did off the back of Saturday. Turn up and put performance in against St Ives.
And I suppose coming on to that next one, you've got St Ives on Saturday. They've sort of gone a little bit off their form recently, so they'll be obviously looking for a reaction. So what sort of test will you be expecting from them?
Yeah, good solid side. I mean, some of their results this year have been really, really impressive. So we're going to have to be on our guard. We know it will be a tough game, similar to tonight. We've just got to turn our levels up again a little bit now. And I'll be honest with you, the players have been outstanding. So I think the biggest concern when you're on a run like we're on is a little bit of complacency, and I can confidently say there's been none. Training's been really good, really focused. The boys are really, really focused. We're just probably half a yard short tonight.
And just bringing me on to my final question, what sort of ambitions and aspirations have you got for the rest of the season for the fans?
Well, we want to finish. I said last week, we want to finish as high as possible. I don't want to coast. The boys know full well that we are not in a position where we can coast towards the end of the season. They've got objectives that they've got to hit. We're still short in terms of where I want to be, or want it to be, should I say? So the boys know what their objectives are. That will stay between us. But no, we want to finish the season on a positive note, because they've worked really hard to get us out of a really difficult situation. I'm really keen to not let the season peter out, and then obviously on top of that, there's a cup final for us to look forward to.